singing chef. That we make you sing and you taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome to the Singing Chef Show, and I'm Eon John, your singing chef. Here we are. Yes, we're going again today. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on because I need that heating up before I even start. So what we're going to do, we're doing Guyanese herb chicken. And the herb chicken is basically like a bunch of like the selective things that you put in your green seasoning. All the menu actually comes up on the screen periodically, so you got plenty of time to just write it down. So don't try, remember, just enjoy the experience. Okay, so it's Guyanese herb chicken in tomato ragu sauce with a roasted garlic Edo mash. And this is the roasted garlic, in case you're wondering what on earth is that, right? And look, when you squeeze it, you're getting all this garlic. Basically, I just roasted this for about 20 minutes in the oven today, and that's gonna flavor our mash, which is what we got over here. You see, I got the Edos. That's already coming up, and I love Edos because it always surprises people that don't know about it. Because the Edos, look at that. When it's cooking, it always goes a little bit purple, and I love that, and it makes the prettiest mash, right? Okay, so let's get on with what we have to get on with, which is the first thing. We need to cook the chicken. So I'm gonna put a bit of coconut oil in there. Nice. And I want a fair bit. That's about 4 tablespoons, right? And I just let it cook nice and nice. And I'm just gonna very slowly just put my chicken bits in there. Oh yes, oh yes. Right? And I like to do like a mixture, but like not too much breast because that's a little bit too dry. I'm putting like the wing bits, thigh bits. Very nice, very, very nice. That's a wing bit. All right. And however you do it, try to, because if I didn't trim much of this. I just made sure they're really nice looking pieces. And just, if you're putting it down, try to put it down with, for the first time at least, the skin should be down, because we're trying to get a seal on the skin. See, skin down. Look at that. Some of my techniques you might not be used to, but this is why we're doing the show, right? Because this is a great way to get loads of flavor into the sauce, right? Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cook like that for about 5 minutes. I'm even gonna throw that in, right? Look at that, that's empty. We're gonna just cover this a little bit and let that cook for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna come back, turn it over, remove it from the pan, and then we're gonna start making the sauce, the ragu sauce.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds wet. From the Tamato River to the East Coast, my beats to the eastern shore to Georgia.
Oh, and look at our bad boys there. The smell is in the air. And what that's telling you, as soon as you can hear, you can smell your chicken. That's your chicken say, please turn me. Look. So I will turn the chicken. Get that beautiful boy going. Right. And they say, like the French says, le cœur de goût. Le cœur de goût is the heart of the taste. That's what's going into this pan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like it bad. Right. Okay, let's turn this thing around. We don't have to, we basically, we're par cooking the chicken, right? Because what we are going to do at the end is the chicken, we're going to take this out and then the chicken is going to go back into that pan with all the sauce and all the loveliness. Yes, 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 yes. That needs about 3 minutes and then we'll be back. You can do, so we're going to just leave it like that. In fact, I better cover it over. Boom. Then it'll be ready.
We gonna make you sing and you taste buds when from the Tamato River to East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to church.
Wow, look at what we've got here. I'm pretty sure our Edo is ready. Ready. Like Freddy. That's gonna just make beautiful mash. Let me see that. Yes. I'm loving it. Okay, there we go. Get this Edo out of here. Get the rest of it here. Turn that fire off since we don't need it for right now. Okay, so we're gonna let that just do its thing. It'll just drain itself. That's really good. Okay, this one, I guess I don't want it to cool down too much. Okay, what about our le poulet? What about our chicken? Looking good. Hey. That's raging, baby. So let's get these out of here. And you're gonna see the goodness that this is left in this pot. Oh yeah. Okay, wonderful. Look at that. Oh, smell that. And when I'm talking goodness, I mean goodness. Right. So what we're gonna do is get these out. We'll let them rest here for a little bit while we get on with making the sauce. The sauce. I might as well use that. I'm just gonna scrape. I want all the bits to come off the bottom because I want that to belong to the sauce. Yes. All the bits off the bottom. Great. Onions. Fabulous. I'm gonna put my green seasoning in there. Some more green seasoning. Tomatoes. Tomato paste. And you see, I'm not putting any garlic in this because the garlic, the roasted garlic, is going to be really sweet. That's going to be in with the sweet, with the Edo mash. So just balance it off nicely. And this is just going to become redder and sexier. And this is what we're going to make our own kind of Guyanese ragu, tomato sauce. Right? I have a whole load of cayenne pepper here. Oh gosh, I hope I don't make it too hot. But it doesn't matter. This thing needs, it needs body. It needs pizzazz. Yes. Let me see. Oh no, that was a paprika put in there. Great. Excellent. I got it right. Now I'm gonna put the weary pepper in there. Right. A little salt. Little black pepper, little sugar. Beautiful. Yeah, just get this all singing together. So yes. See, I don't want it to be like a wet kind of stew. I want this to be like, you know, when you're cooking Creole style, really robust, full of flavor. Let me test again. Getting there. It's very nice, I must say. Wow. Okay, but it does need a little bit of cayenne pepper If you don't have cayenne pepper, just use a little bit more of wiri pepper. Okay? And look, you see how this is coming down, giving you this beautiful sauce? Right? Be patient, be patient. Remember I told you like about 50% of what you need in cooking, in cookery, is patience. Let that sauce glaze over, just do its thing. I'm loving this so much. So, now, this is just basically tomatoes that I put, really extra ripe tomatoes that I put into a mixer, and I got it like this. But you can just chop up the tomatoes. But what I did, I've got some fresh tomatoes there, and this is what I call my passata, which is like tomato sauce, right? I like the variation, a little bit of variation, and see this nice sauce. Look at this nice sauce. It's like magical what is there. Oh yes. Right? Just give it a little taste. It's there. I think it needs a little bit more salt and a little bit more sugar, actually. And a little more sugar. Yeah. And that should be there. And then I'm just gonna add deeper a little bit of water. So a little bit. I don't want too much because I don't want this. It's not about making a big stew. This is a sexy. That's about half a cup, right? I want to make a sexy sauce that's gonna take the chicken, right? A sexy ragu sauce, and it's all, you see all the nice big pieces of the herbs that are in there. You know, it's like celery, big leaf thyme, small leaf thyme, just gorgeous, right? And you see how it's calmed down. And look at what this is going. It looks almost like an African stew. It's brilliant. Without palm oil. Look at that. Right? Still needs a little bit more sugar. So we've got another pinch in there. I'm really loving this. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is add our chicken bits. Okay. Right, and this, you don't really matter. Just get it all in there. Actually, I'm not gonna mess around too much. Got a minute, and you see all that herbiness? Oh my gosh. Are we gonna leave this? This is gonna cook for about 20 minutes, and all that is just gonna melt together in just the most deliciousness, right? Okay, so we're gonna let that cook for a little bit. We're gonna let this we're gonna let the see, oh, I just love the color of it, the edo. But I'm trying to keep it hot because we're gonna keep it hot, and just at the right time, we're gonna put them into one bowl and mash it with a little bit of butter and some garlic and the roasted garlic, and that is what's gonna go along with this. Really, just terrific. I mean, come on, how good is this? Is it? Wow. I know self-praise is no recommendation, but I'm telling you, you get the smell off of this thing. And also the other thing, that I actually marinated this chicken before, and I put this I put like a half of a lime to actually marinate it, and it just makes the skin go like this, but it sucks that up. So that with the tomatoes and the paprika and the wiri and the herbs, match made in heaven. Okay, let's let this cook for about 15 minutes now, because it's been here for a while, and then we'll make our mash and be ready to serve up for Miss Jessica.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and your taste buds wet. From the Tamato River to the East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to church.
Okay, right, man. This is looked it real good. Let me taste that. See if it's ready. That's amazing. Okie dokie. So this is our chicken and ragu sauce, or herb chicken and ragu sauce, and that is just doing its thing. And I've got my lovely edos here, and I just love this color that it turns, that purple color. It's just beautiful. And remember, this edo is really good for you. It's like, It's slow release energy. It's the right kind of carbs. Won't put any weight on you. Just fill your stomach and it releases the energy just at the time that you need it, which is good. You know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this confusing looking thing here is I put a whole piece of roasted garlic in the oven, right? And we're gonna put that in there. See how it comes out? It turns the garlic, it's still garlicky, but it turns it really sweet. It's just, this is a technique and stuff that I've learned on my travels, but just really wonderful. Like, you wouldn't believe what that, adding that flavor to it is just something special. Okay. I'm gonna get most of that out of there. Let's see if I could squeeze out the rest. Yes. Good. Make sure I'm not wasting. Oh, look, you see? Make sure you're not wasting any, because that's just real good. Lovely. And we're gonna add some butter to it. Of course, just add a little bit at first, because I want this mash to just be fantastic. Right, mix it all together. Lovely. So got a little bit of the water left, so make sure you just loosen that up a little bit. And I'm just gonna turn this over so that you can mix it. Yeah. Lovely. Add more butter. The rest of the butter. Butter and garlic. Again, marriage made in heaven. A little black pepper. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of drinking water. Not too much. Alright. Let's make this wonderful Edo mash. Mix that together so it's nice and soft. Great, very great. Look at that. Oh yeah. God, with that sweet roasted garlic, it's just amazing. This feels and it looks just about right. So I think I'm gonna plate this up and then we're gonna call Miss Jessica to see what's happening there. Lovely. So beautiful. Wow. That garlic really comes through.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Tamato River to the East Coast, my beast to the eastern shore to Georgia.
Okay, here we go, guys. We got our beautiful mash there. I don't want to make it too good, but I want to make it sort of long ways. So it's gonna catch some of the sauce and the chicken on the inside. Look at that. This really is a beautiful tasting thing. Okay, so here we have it, our herb chicken, Guyanese herb chicken in Tamato Ragu with roasted garlic Edo mash. It's amazing. I just had some. So Miss Jessica can come and and have a little taste.
Hi everybody. So you already tasted it?
I have.
You
'Cause
little sneak.
It just looked so good. I could not taste it. Wow.
I must say it looks
Yeah,
phenomenal.
and this is all Guyanese ingredients
Yeah.
that you can, you can really elevate what you do and just use it in a different way.
It looks absolutely delicious. It really does. So this chicken was marinated before, was it?
Yeah, it's marinated in green seasoning and, well, basic green seasoning and some lime juice.
It's yummy.
It's really good, isn't it? It's really good because the butter that's in there matches with the coconut oil that's in the sauce, and it just gives you this wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful sweet
And I love
flavor.
that roasted garlic in the Edo mash.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it really comes through. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's a really satisfying meal.
Yeah, but I think that might be a little bit small. You might want twice that amount. So just in case you guys make it for your guests, just make sure you don't leave them short, right? You can give them a big dessert, but they might want a lot of this because it's very good.
This is absolutely delicious. So what they usually say on television is don't try this at home. But what I'm saying is try this at home.
Please try this at home. It's just mashed up Edo, and then you just basically cook chicken instead of cooking it something else. You do it in tomato sauce.
This is restaurant quality meals.
And-
If you really want to say thank you to someone or appreciate someone or just give them a lovely surprise. And everybody loves surprises.
Oh yeah, yeah. And all the ingredients and stuff like that, they come up periodically on your screen, so you can just stop it, write it down, or take a screenshot or something like that. And like it's just there. You can do this here in Ghana. It's so simple and so rewarding.
Yeah. And we'd like to say thank you to everybody that joined us this week on our Singing Chef adventures. Yeah, we did at the Taste of Freedom. We did the
Taste of Freedom tour, yeah.
Yeah, we did the 1 cent magenta, which is all about the world's most expensive stamp, and we did the 7 curry, and we had a blast this week.
We had
It was
lots of
such fun.
different types of meals.
Yeah.
And guess who was working really hard?
Me.
Yeah.
So if you want to join us on any of the adventures, look us up on Facebook. Don't forget to check out all the recipes at TBN, the Guyana Critic Facebook. All the recipes are there. You just go back historically.
And also you can see on our YouTube as well, because we put it out after the shows have gone
and
out.
tune in
So
on Thursdays and Sundays at 8:30 for a new recipe. twice a
every
week.
time. And new songs, good songs. Okay?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you
Bye.
guys for joining us. Bye-bye.
Down by Piedra, there I stood and cried, drinking fill for now, but my throat keeps running dry. All seems so distant, now it all just seems the same. Running out of paradise, now I'm hungry for the flame. Wondering how it took you so long. It took you so long. Why you come back to your silences? Why the feeling so strong? Heaven knows you're somewhere around between a rock and roll line. The road to Santiago seems a long way. Thought if I reached the river, my God would be there. Just out here drifting, following the better winds. If only I could feel right, I could conjure up the winds. Wondering how it took you so long. It took you so long. Why you come back to your senses? Why the feeling so strong? My God would be there, just out here drifting, following better wings. If only I could figure out how to conjure up the wind, wondering how it took you so long, how it took you so long, why you come back to your senses. Why the feeling so strong? Heaven knows it's somewhere around the tree, a rock and romance land. How it took you so long, how it took you so long. Why you come back to your senses? Why the feeling so strong? Heaven knows it's somewhere in between a rock and roll band. Yeah, rock and no man's land. So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and you taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
This is a Rainforest B&B with Saida, and we're gonna find out more of like what she's actually doing here, right? Let's go inside. We'll just have a look, and then we're gonna go into the garden, and then we can just have a quick chat about what this is all about, right? Now here we are with Jerry and Saida at the Rainforest B&B, and this is here in Guyana in Georgetown. It's on Foreshore Street, and it's a really fabulous place. And we just want to talk a little bit about what's the concept of the actual bed and breakfast. Jerry, it's over to you.
Okay, well, I've been living in Guyana for 25 years.
Okay.
And in 2000, I took early retirement and began working on a peanut project in the Rupununi.
Right.
And we had some guests that came from, well, we had some friends that came from the universities of Florida and Georgia. And we needed a place for them to stay. They ended up staying with us. And that kind of gave us the idea of, since we were both semi-retired, we decided, well, we'll start the Rainforest Bed and Breakfast.
In Georgetown.
In Georgetown.
So did you guys actually build this place from scratch?
Yes, we did.
What? Yeah, there was a building here before, and then you
There
took
was
it.
a building here before, but
Right.
It wasn't built for a second floor.
Right. Okay.
And so we had no option but to tear it down and start over.
And we've heard such great things, and also you know both of you, and like you're right next door to where we are, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And what an achievement that you've had. Is it possible that we can see the garden, the tortoise garden, and then we just show them a little bit about what you've actually got here, like more than just the trees?
Yeah, because we decided that we were going to furnish it with a lot of the antiques that Guyanese were throwing out into the streets and getting rid of.
Oh yeah.
So much of
I know
what
how
you're
you
going
feel.
to see here
Right.
are antiques that Saida picked up, or homeless people that carried them here and dug them out of the trenches
Right.
and sold us. So when we go through the house, for me, one of the most attractive parts is just the antiques that were rescued from mud, from rivers, from
Side of the street.
Fantastic. Can we have a quick look through and then to the back garden, and then we can talk about your about the animals and things like that, because we've got one of our tortoises here.
You see, we have our mini museum.
Oh my gosh.
All of this came out of the trenches here, and
Oh my God.
homeless people that brought and sold us these things for a few dollars.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So
I've
this-
never noticed. I've been in so many times and I've never noticed this.
No?
And then on the other side, you have artifacts.
The actual
that were picked up
artifacts.
in the Rupununi. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. There's a fish catcher. Like that's the headgear.
Wow.
Wow. These are tools that by indigenous people.
Okay, so this is the
Cassava.
for
Matape.
the matape, yeah. And over on the wall over here, we have the graders that were used originally by the indigenous people before they
To
got
shift.
motorized.
Yeah, to do the cassava.
Right. So if you touch this one, that's seed from trees. And
Wow.
That's a grader.
Right.
This is metal from tin cans.
Right.
Okay. So
so cool.
That's technology that was developed
Hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago.
Exactly.
Right.
Bows and arrows, fish nets, and so these are the tools of the trade.
Right.
They needed some place to store water, so they
So
made it out
they
of
made-
local rubber.
Right.
Malata.
Yeah. Oh my God. Isn't that gorgeous? And also it's lightweight, isn't it? This is the Rupununi room. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It just smells great in here. I just love the smell of the wood and everything. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's the you got to put your big letter in there so you can propose to your wife to be. Look, these are that's what they are. We know what those are. Wow, this is fabulous. But this is an idea of basically the type of rooms that you're going to get here, right? Just really beautiful, and the air conditioning. Air conditioned, and it just serves a really great purpose. I mean, you can really relax here. So let's go out into the back garden. We're gonna have Saida just tell us a little bit about the wildlife. They actually have wildlife here, which is quite amazing.
So not only do we rescue dogs and cats, we also rescue tortoises. Some of them would have ended up in the cooking pot.
I know.
far,
Oh
we
gosh.
have 9 big ones, and Jessica and Ian brought over one as a contribution to the amount that I have.
And bananas as well
And
from our
bananas
garden.
for the tortoises, which is fantastic. It saves a lot of money. We also have 10 babies, tortoises. So you'll be able to have
Wow.
a look.
Okay.
So welcome, and we will look around for the tortoises.
Okay.
So I think this time of the day, they're probably having a nap,
Right.
but hopefully.
Well, you might see ones, but it's all right if we don't see them.
Oh, there's one right here.
Oh yeah, look, there's one right there. There's one tortoise right there.
And this is all part of the 1 cent magenta tour, which has recently been launched by the Guyana Tourism Authority. And this constitutes part of that. And here we have the reptiles, which is part of the 1 cent magenta stamp tour. The reptiles featured in 1977. There's a whole range of stamps here from Guyana. And here we have the actual reptiles. You can see they're exactly the same tortoise.
So this tortoise, we have all
Yeah.
yellow-footed tortoises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So it fits in very nicely with the 1 cent magenta, which is going to be very, very, very popular.
Fabulous.
All right, let me show you the baby tortoises.
Okay. Go and see the baby tortoises.
Okay,
Wow, look how many of those. What?
They've got
so,
bigger.
there's 10 of them in here.
Wow.
Some of these are 2 years old.
Right.
Are you getting a good shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're 2 years old, but just not very well traveled.
So they actually breed here
No, they breed in the garden.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, we find the babies.
and then put them safely
and just
in
put
here.
them safely in here.
Yeah, but you're such an advocate for saving so many animals' lives here, Saida.
Thank you.
For years and years and years. Everybody applauds you and salutes you because she does such a wonderful job and she never ever stops. She never
Well-
gives up, she just keeps on going. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your work here with the dogs and the animals.
Yeah, with the dogs and the animals here.
So I've been doing animal rescue for over 26 years. I rescued dogs and cats and donkeys and horses and also wildlife. Most of the animals, if I can't find good homes for them, they're taken to the shelter where they decide what to do with them. And thanks to good people, and social media, a lot of people are adopting our common breed animals. In the afternoon and late evenings, you would find macaws coming around because of the vegetation and the trees around here. So we have macaws, parrots, and toucans. About 2 weeks ago, we had 3 toucans in the garden. And it's a real haven for our wildlife population too, by having the trees and the fruits in here. They love the almond tree, so we have many almond trees here.
This is my favorite bit of the wildlife. Is that amazing painting? Look at this. Look, I'll show you. This is really cool. It looks like I'm an animal tamer. Look. It's so realistic, isn't it cool? It's so wicked. Wicked. What's the name of the artist?
The artist's name is Colin Ned. And
Right.
he is just the most amazing artist you can get in Guyana. I mean, he's just fantastic.
He really understands the landscape, the kind of like that kind of landscaping. I really, it's just wonderful. So realistic. Anyway, but thank you guys very much for actually letting us into your garden.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
for coming.
Jerry, Saida. And this is pretty much one of the coolest places you can stay in Guyana. Okay.
Really enjoyed it.
This has two characteristics. One from the indigenous people, the Amerindians.
Right.
You see the very high ceiling?
Yeah.
So this is, we call it our benab, you know?
Right. Okay. And you get basically the warm air gets trapped up there and the cool air on the bottom.
Right.
That's hence this reason, because warm air rises.
And then this here was copied from the colonial houses here in Queenstown.
In Queenstown.
But we just added a little more decoration. And instead of covering the green heart with white paint, we covered it with varnish. So
Right.
there's plenty of wood.
Right. So you get that real warm wood feel.
Right, and you can sit in any chair
Right.
and look out any window, and what you see is flower and trees,
Right.
homes.
Wow. Lovely.
Like if you come over here and look out the door,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
All you see is vegetation.
Yeah.
And that window, this window,
Right.
look out here, it's all
Right.
vegetation behind.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Being in a rainforest.
It's like being in the rainforest, isn't it? Really comfortable at home here at the rainforest, the bed and breakfast. Bye-bye, guys. See you soon.
So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.